Welcome to Meet the HR Show with me, Laura Now. Another day, another career. Today we get more into the health career. Today we have an optometrist. I hope I have said it right for the 11th time. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Samuel Mbeche. I'm an optometrist working currently with Jaff's Opticals. I do a lot too, apart from being an optometrist, yeah.
All right. The huge name, which has mostly optical inside, what is it all about?
So I'm basically a general eye doctor. Yeah. We usually have, in our field, we have an optician, we have an optometrist, and then we have an ophthalmologist. So
the last one, what have you said?
Ophthalmologist.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm a general eye doctor, like a medical doctor. Okay. So, but I generalize on eye sector only. Yeah. So basically, we can do anything related to the eyes, apart from major surgeries. Yeah.
For how long did it take you to actually qualify to become an optometrist?
So you take 5 years in school. You have a pre-optometry, 1 year, and then 3 years of coursework, and then you usually have another year of practicals in the university clinic. Yep.
So as an optometrist, what, apart from just removing foreign things, how does your day look like?
So as an optometrist, you have it's a wide field. So generally, you look at the primary eye care. So somebody walks in, I'm having any problem, like any eye problem. You have to clock it and know the cause of the same thing. So we work from correcting refractive errors, so for people who can't see far, who can't see near, who can see far but they see shadows and stuff, for eye emergencies, for glaucoma, eye pressures. We usually have pediatric for kids below 12 years. We have geriatrics for people older. So it's really wide. It's not something like small. Yeah. So again, another sector you can talk about opticals. Some people do it for health purposes. Some people do it for fashion. We have contact lenses too. We have it's really wide.
It's really wide.
It is wide.
So ophthalmology is quite.
So ophthalmologists do specialize in an eye. It's wide. Yeah. Like we have the outside part of the eye and the inside part of the eye. So for an ophthalmologist, then you have to specialize in one part inside the eye. So at the back of the eye, the posterior section, usually have the lens, like the lens. Some people remove lenses, and some people work with the retina at the back of the eye. Yes. Some people specialize in the eye pressures, what we call glaucoma. So we have wide specialties in this sector too. Was
this your dream career?
Okay, honestly, no.
What happened?
Okay, in an African setup, yes, all of us wanted to be pilots.
That's true.
So what happens when you grow and you start going to school, doing stuff, then you realize maybe it wasn't your passion, or maybe it was your passion, but limitations are there. Yes. Yeah, exactly. So personally, I grew up wanting to become an engineer. In high school, I fell in love with computer, so I wanted to be a computer scientist. And then after high school, I enrolled to do a computer science course. But after a few weeks, like 2 weeks, I met a foreigner in our school, and he told me about optometry. So that's how I created some interest, research about it, and I thought, yeah, something unique for me. I love unique stuff. Yeah, so that's why I went for the optometry.
How unique is it?
Optometry is unique. In Kenya, optometry is offered in one university.
Oh.
Actually, it was in Eastern Central Africa until last year when Makerere started offering it in Uganda too. But it's a virgin sector, and yeah, basically it's good.
So when you study to become an optometrist, you start by learning the whole body, or it's directly to
exactly.
the eye?
So the first year you do general. You do anatomy, you do physiology, you do pharmaceuticals generally, before now the second year you start narrowing into the eye. So the second year you can now start talking about the eye, the pharmaceutical part of the eye. You talk about the anatomy of the eye, the physiology of the eye. So anatomy is the structure, like structure.
Yeah.
Physiology is the functions.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Thank you for making that clear.
Exactly.
Does it mean that you have to be an A student for you to pursue such a career, or anyone can pursue it?
Okay. In the Kenyan education sector, you have two options. You can do it if you like have good grades,
Yeah.
or alternatively if you have money. It's always an alternative in Kenya. So
Yeah.
yeah, for optometry, I think generally you have to be a B plus and above, or A minus, depends with the year also.
Okay.
Like in my year it was A minus and above. But for people with a C plus and above, you have money, you can go parallel.
Yeah. But now to that specific university.
It's only in one. The other one, the only option you have is KMTC, which is a diploma.
Also, you start from a diploma, then this other one is a degree.
You can go straight to a degree if you qualify. If you don't, you can go to a diploma, and then after the diploma, you can go to do a degree. Yep.
As an optometrist, there are very exciting things that happen every day in your line of duty. What are some of those exciting things?
So when somebody walks in, they've been seeing the normal world,
Yeah.
but normal is relative. So after correction of their vision, they're like, is this the real thing? So they've been missing out on a lot. Yeah, it's really exciting.
What has been your biggest challenge when dealing with patients who come in?
So challenges are there, of course, in any sector, but in our sector mostly, some people come and maybe they think you're young enough. You know, they're used to old doctors. Yeah, people with a big stomach and some gray hair. So somebody's like, no, where's there's nobody older
to see
than
the
you.
doctor.
You want to see, and they're like, I'm the one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So apart from that, but it's exciting. Some people really enjoy having young people working, because I remember there's a client who told me, you know, with the current trend, old people can't do new things. So it's usually better when you're sorted with somebody young. So another challenge, some clients I had to adapt to the new prescriptions or prescriptions you give them.
Like?
So somebody hasn't been using spectacles, it's their first time. You know, with the optical sector again, when you get the lenses or the prescription for the first time, you have to adjust. So your eyes haven't been used to the same before. So yeah, and again, some people want something, you can do that for them. They have over expectations. Especially you get somebody saying, I usually drive and I get a glare. And then you tell them we can reduce the same glare by giving you a prescription, because maybe the error that you have is causing the same. So after correction, they expect a perfect
Immediately.
thing. And again, you know, when I shine light, even if you're normal or you're not, you'll have some difficulties.
Yes.
So for them, they expect that thing you gave them will sort everything, and it's normal. And but yeah, it's a lot really.
Now, how do you like convince them that when we start this, it will gradually correct itself as we go?
Communication. So when they come in and it's the first time, you don't forget to tell them, because on the day when they're getting their new pair, they might be surprised, like, what am I experiencing? Is it normal? Is it, yeah. So generally, it's making somebody to understand what they're going to get, what they're going to expect.
Yes.
You prepare them in advance. And most of them are very good at this.
Very good.
Yeah.
Communication, you've mentioned communication.
Yeah.
Apart from communication, in this field, other than the skills, what other more of skills, apart from the one from school, does someone need to have?
So apart from communication,
Yes.
So you need to know how to, okay. Now in this sector, of course, you're going to refract. Refract is when you're trying to get the error. You're going to get their prescription. So when you get the prescription, you'll make a judgment. Some people, you get the prescription is too high, and you can't start someone with full prescription immediately.
Okay.
So now this comes to you in person. You have to judge and know what to give, what to reduce, how much to give them. And then, of course, you're going to expect some complaints, and now you have to be good in troubleshooting. This you're not taught in school. So you need to know what to do, what to tell the client, what to do, what to encourage them to do, not to do, so that they don't experience the same problems. Some people have a narrative, or they have a belief that when you get a prescription, you're going to get your eyes worse. In the African setup, we have a lot of things that are already in the culture, like when you use medication, you're going to get worse or blah blah. So you have to make them understand. You know, the problem is they don't know what you're giving them. They've never been exposed to the same before. They don't have any information about the same. So it's your job to make them understand, to make them also to explain to them what they've been believing before, that it's wrong. So yeah, those are the things you can, unless otherwise if you don't do them, again, it's going to be hard on your side.
Yeah.
You can. Yeah.
You've mentioned minor surgeries. You said minor surgeries, you're able to do them, also doing just the general eye care.
Yeah.
So does that make you an eye doctor and a surgeon?
I'm not a surgeon. So talking about an optometrist, you're not like a medical doctor, but you're an eye doctor.
Yes.
So when you finish school, you're referred to as an optometry doctor already. It's a degree. It's a title, OD. So for me, performing minor surgeries, somebody walks in, it's an emergency, you are trained to do the same. Somebody has some object in their eye, you are needed to either remove, you have to look at it well. If removing it is going to be more dangerous, then you have to make a decision. If you have to remove it, you have to monitor it, you have to know the medication to give, otherwise sometimes you might give some medication and make it worse. So it's really a lot. So some people come from a road or driving, something got into their eyes, something cracked got into their eyes. So yeah, for those you have to deal with them. Some people have these growths that come with allergies. You remember some, I'm sure you've seen somebody with a lump in their eyelid.
Yes.
Yeah. So such stuff, you can always examine them and know the best action to take. Yeah.
What's your worst case scenario?
Okay. My worst case scenario was, is it talking about a client or?
As a client, they've walked in and maybe they got something very weird in their eye or something like that.
So during my internship, basically when you're here, you don't get such much, but you find some like a mom coming almost crying with a baby, like, oh, my baby was hit in the eye and something. That's normal to me. Somebody has a red eye, that's manageable. To me, that's very easy. But now when I was in my internship in Kenyatta National Hospital, that's where I saw the worst. So everything is referred to Kenyatta.
Yes.
So, and as an intern, you have to be the first person to clerk the patient, see the condition, and say what you've seen, diagnose it, give the best treatment plan or another plan. So I really saw things that I never thought I'd see in my life.
Yes.
So I've been hearing about stories about people having their eyes to be removed, people coming with like very bad, let me talk about the cancers. So somebody comes in, their head is double the size, and it's in the eye part, so the eye is protruded out. You know, it's a lot really. So this is where you see a lot of, so here you have to get an interdisciplinary. You have to get an ophthalmologist, you have a brain surgeon, you get a plastic surgeon, because now this client needs more than one intervention. So once an neurosurgeon removes the tumor, an ophthalmologist has to look at the eye and see whether it's affected, because most of the times they lose their vision.
Yes.
Then a plastic surgeon has to come in and rectify the mess that had been caused by the growth. Yeah, so, but again, that prepared me for the worst, maybe. But when I came out and I was seeing some clients, it was too easy for me, because I like, this is simple.
This one is way better.
This is okay. Yeah,
I've seen worse.
So you encourage the client better, actually, when they come with such.
Because you tell them it's not that serious.
Yeah, people have had worse.
They say vitu kwa ground ni very different.
Exactly.
What you learned versus what you see on the field, is it the same or there's a difference?
50-50. So in school, what you learn, it's not what you see outside here. I remember when I came out of school, I got employed a month before graduation. Yeah, nice. So when I got into the sector, I was like, I'm from school, I've learned a lot,
New
5 years,
knowledge.
I'm coming to do wonders. Then you get to the field and they're like, no, it's totally different. It's totally different. Somebody calls me and tells me, no, what you're doing is right in school, but if you apply it here, it's going to mess up. And actually, yeah, it is real, it's true, because they can allow you to do some stuff and then learn from the same. So you're like, no, I know this client needs this.
I learned this just the other day. I can show you in the book.
Exactly. But now they come and tell you, we've been here for more than 30 years. And if you do this, this is what happens. So you have to relearn slowly, get to know, to make decisions well, make judgment, because again, anywhere, actually in the medical sector, with experience, you get to learn that things are differently.
Yes.
Yeah.
When someone hears of a doctor, it's such a prestigious one, be an eye doctor, dental, how is the money scale?
So being a new thing in the market,
Yes.
it wasn't a very lucrative deal at the beginning, especially 4 or 5 years back.
Yes.
But at the moment, I can say, yeah, you can smile. At the moment, you can smile, really.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Give me the range.
So from school, depends. In some places, you can start with a net salary of around 55.
So that one is after KRA does the thing.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's immediately after graduating. And some places you can start with even 100. So yeah.
So it's very
so
lucrative.
Can be from 50 to 150.
50 to 150. What next after this?
So personally, I love eye care already. So I love to specialize into one thing, and we have a lot, but I have a liking into contact lenses. So I'm thinking of doing the same in a few years, in a few years to come. Yeah, because it's wide and it's a good one. Because now with contact lenses, comparing with spectacles, now you get to give people better vision, even the spectacles, because the contact lens lies in the person's eye.
Yes.
And then you get to solve some other issues with the cornea. Some people have what we call astigmatism, the cornea irregularities and stuff, which progress to become drooping eye, like your eye droops out.
Yes.
So with contact lenses, you can work with hard ones to bandage their eyes back to return, to try maybe stop the progression or better the vision. So yeah, I'm planning to do the same, but already I'm practicing, so which is good. Yeah.
So you'll still need to advance in your studies.
Yep. Yeah. That means like 2 to 3 years again. Yeah.
So you'll go back again to school.
Yeah. I'm looking into getting a scholarship.
Okay.
I've studied even optometry. My undergrad, I did it with a scholarship. So yeah, it's usually better.
So this is more of a passion.
Yeah, currently I can say yeah, it is really. It is really.
So with passion, someone can go very far with this career.
Of course, when you love something, you just don't do it for maybe money or just to get a job.
Yes.
You get happiness from serving people. Yeah, the satisfaction from solving problems, getting people to get a return to normal lives. Yeah, you know. So the happiness you get is what drives you to. Yeah.
Yeah. What don't people know about eye care?
About eye care.
Yes.
So most people think they are normal. Most of the people who walk in, they tell you like, for me, I have no eye problem. I've been normal. I've never used spectacles. So maybe I'll need shades. And then, exactly. And then you tell them, maybe you can have a review, a short one, and then they realize they're not seeing. So one thing that is very critical, people should stop assuming, because actually when talking about even the Kenyan population,
yes,
if you ask somebody the last time they got their eyes checked, some people haven't. They've never. Have you ever had yours checked?
Let's continue. I haven't gotten my eyes checked for a very long time.
So you find that with such, we've had people lose their vision without knowing. So because there are some conditions that you lose your vision slowly without even noticing. They eat your vision until maybe you have a tunnel vision, like you can see only a certain radius. After that, you have nothing, and you can't take it back.
While growing up, tulikuwa tunaambiwa usikae karibu na TV. Ukikaa karibu na TV utaharibu macho. Is that true?
Okay, it makes sense, because you see, for most short-sighted people, you know, what makes you to be short-sighted, it's because you can see here, but you can't see far. Okay, that's short-sightedness in short. But now, what brings about the same is that your eyeball grows longer than the normal. So it could be genetic, it could be self-caused.
Okay.
In this self-causing, you find yourself doing so much near work. So when you're young, the brain adapts like, I'm supposed to do only things that are near. So you watching TV here, the brain is like, I have to work to be seeing only here. So with your growth pattern, the eyeball is meant to grow longer for you to be seeing only stuff that are near. So that's why they were discouraging about the same. But again, with TV, the TV being near any screen, any optical devices, you develop what you call computer vision syndrome, whereby your eyes go dry. So it's really a lot. So some people, they can be in screens for very long hours, and they tell you like, I'm tired, or I'm feeling some burning sensation. It's generally because their eyes are dry.
Oh, it is the eye being dry.
Exactly.
As an optometrist, what are some of the misconceptions you faced so far?
So in our field, some people were like, no, what are you coming to do in the field when you have an optician? Optician can give us spectacles.
Yes.
But now you find that, yes, an optician will give you spectacles, but for us, that is really our last resort.
Okay.
Because for you to get spectacles, sometimes you don't need them. Maybe it's something else that needs to be resolved. Or you need to get them after something has been resolved. So you find that you're given spectacles that will help you for a short term.
Yes.
But the next time you come, the condition you had has already progressed, and now the spectacles won't help you.
Yes.
So that's where we come in to help your vision or your eye care now. Because with the study, with our study patterns, like for an optician, for an optometrist, it's very different. An optician needs a year or two in the field. Actually, a year is enough.
Will they be phased out?
I don't know. I don't wish to.
But?
No. I don't want them to be phased out, but everybody should do what they're supposed to do. For a long time now, in the eye care sector, we've had a lot of problems and people pretending to be eye care personnel.
Yes.
They're not. When you go in town, like in the city, you'll find a lot of stalls written
Many.
computerized eye checkups, free computerized eye checkups, and that's where we go wrong, because you go for cheap, and then
Saving costs.
so most of the people usually come back here and they're like, no, I can't do with this, and then they have to spend more now.
Yes.
Yeah.
How does your day look like?
So we have appointments. You have to honor the same, look at the clients, so their problems. So after doing checkups, some reviews come.
Yes.
First time checkups and reviews. You have to do some trainings also. Some people need, they don't need spectacles, they need therapy. So you do the same. You have contact lens training also. Generally, basically, yeah. That's
Just
all.
that.
Exactly.
For someone who wants to take optometrism, is there such a word?
Optometry, yeah.
Okay. What do they need to know?
It's not easy. We used to think we are just coming to study the eyes. So you
Yes.
get in, you're going to study the whole body. You're going to do mathematics. You're going to do optics. So it is really a long. It's a hard thing. Not so hard. It's enjoyable actually, because you get to learn new things. You know, it's a new sector. So
Every day is a learning day.
exactly.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much for coming too.
Thank you. This has been Meet the HR Show with V. Lornell. Till next time, bye-bye.